Today I cut down a couple of big trees with the help of Dan Ebel and my wife Julie. This is the second one we cut down. It was probably about 150 feet tall, and I just wanted to see the base of it. It's got a pretty large diameter base. This is an example. Here's my hand. And here is the notch cut. And here's the hinge. Right here's the hinge. And then this part here, the back cut. You know, this was an amazing cut because we had the way this tree, I'm going to give you a shot of the tree. See, it keeps going there. The way this tree was leaning, and the weight was that we had to have a tug on it in order to get it to go down. Well, the tug, the rope came off, and this tree was standing there with the notch cut in it, the back cut in it, this hanging there with the hinge, blowing in the wind. And we ran over to, I'll show you where we ran over here. It was hilarious. Well, not really hilarious. I had a few choice words, but here's the top of the tree here. You see right here? So we run over to this tree where we had a pulley set up, and we had the pulley set up on this madrone, and it had come off, so I tied it back on. And over here, way over there, was the truck that the arborist rope was tied to, and finally got it on there. And once we got a good tug on it, it just fell right over. So this is a dead Ponderosa pine. It had been killed somehow. It wasn't real obvious that it had been killed by beetles or anything, but you know, it definitely is dead. And it's a pretty tall tree, pretty big, probably well over 100 feet. One of those things gets wobbling up in the air. That definitely is scary, scary stuff. So now I'm gonna run past this tree, and I'm gonna run over to the other tree that I cut down. In fact, I'll just walk over to this one was the scariest one of all of them because, well, actually that was pretty scary. This one had a lot of dead growth in the top, and you can see a lot of this tree right here is, you know, it's basically smashed all over the place. But I was worried that this one was going to drop something on my head. That was kind of a scary thought. This tree, we put it right down through here. This is a, oh wow, it's a 200-foot tree. Give you an example of how big this tree was. Go all the way up to that tree, the top of that tree right there. It was right next to those two trees. And it was just as tall as those trees right there. This tree right here. And we'll go down. And we did the same thing. We had an arborist rope, and we had it pulleyed over to my truck, and we used that. This is a Ponderosa pine as well, and this one was taken out by beetles that, you know, they put their larvae in the thing and killed the tree. Look at that. See, that's what you don't want falling on your head. And you can see that we still have a whole bunch of tree left before we get to where I actually started to cut. This was a huge tree, and it required a bigger than a 20-inch saw blade bar. The bar for the saw. I'm gonna walk over here through all this mess. And it looks like we did take out a little bit of a fir tree. I may have taken a branch off of one of those fir trees. Let me see that. See if I can get past all this stuff here. Okay. Here is the stump. And this one was pretty big. My 20 inch bar for my other saw was not enough to get this one. I needed 24. So again, I had a lot of trouble with the notch on this one, getting a notch, and you could see that. But once I got the notch and I did my back cut, you can see right here is the hinge, and this one was weighted so nicely that it was weighted in this direction. Oops, it was weighted in this direction, the direction of the fall. That once, oops, sorry about that, folks. So once I got to right here on my back cut, this thing just fell over. Julie didn't even need to pull it with the rope, which is cool. Yeah, this is a huge tree. This one is just absolutely huge. And I just thank God. I give all the credit and glory to the Lord, because I prayed before felling both of these trees, and that's probably why we had success. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to get over here. I want you to look at this tree right here. The tree that I fell was easily as tall as that one. Pretty big tree, and I hope that one doesn't die. And here it is. This is going to be a lot of cleanup for a long time. It's a big messy tree. So 2 trees, both of them died, and very sad. They died on the property, and I've got more trees that are going to die. I'll show you one that I think is going to be the same situation. Pine beetles are going to kill it. Okay. You know, it's interesting when you do a notch on one of these trees, is you can see how thick the bark is, bark part of it. So it kind of messes you up. You wonder, okay, am I going deep enough? Am I going far enough? And you realize, oh, I'm just getting through the bark. Okay, so I can find that one. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna have to go over here, show you this tree that's scaring me a bit. A little forest here. I'll show you right here. See that one right there? Don't look too good. I mean, it's still got a little bit of a crown on it, but it's weird. Some of these trees around here. So, thanks for watching my video.